just first want to start off by saying thank you to everyone for the absolutely wonderful reception that you all have provided the Scare Up the Vote movement. Thank you especially to Tananarive Due for pulling us all together for this very, very, very important and historic cause. Again, my name is Cynthia Pelayo, and today is the last day of Hispanic Heritage Month. And I'm the first Latina to win a Bram Stoker Award and a 6-time International Latino Book Award winning author. And I am here today to ask you to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Puerto Ricans have been American citizens since the 1918 Jones Act. My parents moved to the mainland from the island. I was born on the island, but they moved to the mainland for a better life. I don't come from a family with generational wealth. My parents were factory workers with a 6th grade education who worked overtime and weekends in order to provide us with a home. And some nights, all we could afford to eat was plain white rice and beans. I was blessed with 2 beautiful children with disabilities. My youngest is nonverbal on the autism spectrum, and he will be in my care for the rest of my life. He receives daily therapy, speech therapy, developmental therapy, physical therapy, and more. He has things that we need to monitor in terms of like neurology and more. And so Americans with disabilities mean a lot to me. And the Americans with Disabilities Act is the right step, and it's a step in the right direction, but we still have so much more work to do. There are over 70 million Americans living in the United States with disabilities, young, old, veterans, and many of these people depend on government programs for medical assistance, financial assistance, and more. And Vice President Harris has a record of helping the most vulnerable Americans. Republican initiatives like Project 2025 would gut many of these programs that Americans with disabilities rely on, from educational programs, housing for people with disabilities, transportation for people with disabilities, reducing funding for veterans with disabilities, and more. We are not going back to a time when people with disabilities were ostracized, hurt, and harmed in this country. Again, we have a very long way to go. And I know, and I have seen Vice President Harris and Governor Walz work to protect these most vulnerable Americans. And they're going to strengthen our health care benefits, our Social Security benefits, Medicare, and they're going to protect our most vulnerable Americans, our Americans with disabilities. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be here for a while. I hope you stick around. Please donate.